You two people, you've seen it 2 days in a row. The morning walk-in. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. Day 3. We're at that point. Late night last night. Still trying to get the bearings this morning. Oh, good. Fire trucks in the hotel parking lot. What could possibly go wrong with that? Goal this morning. My card is ready to be picked up at CGC. So I'll probably snag that first thing in the morning. And then I would like to crank through kind of the main middle section of the show floor. That is the section, vendor-wise, that I have seen the least of. So I kind of want to tackle that. There's this little golden window between 9 and about 10:30-ish that it's busy, but not like, oh my God, what have I done with my life busy? So the goal is to get as much territory covered during that time that I can. So we'll see how that goes, but that's the main mission this morning. Like I said, still have not bought a card, not sold any cards. But as I mentioned in last night's video, as the plane flies over, that I haven't really tried too hard to sell, and I can't find anything to buy. So, all right, we're gonna head in there for day 2. Pick up this CGC card. We'll do a little blind reveal. I don't know what the grade is. So it was a PSA 7. We'll see what it looks like. But that'll probably be the first stop once we get into the show floor. We'll see how busy it is today. Yesterday was probably the busiest day at the National I've ever seen. I've been coming since 2021. So we'll see what today yields. But first we have to play Frogger. All right, YouTube people, blind CGC reveal. This is a beta Sarah Angel that I had graded by PSA. It came back a 7. I did not think that was a accurate grade, in my opinion, and I'm not even really a big Magic grader. So, here, what do we get? The 9. Sorry, a little out of focus here. It's very dark back here. Got the 9. That's kind of what I thought it was. Centering was not good enough to give it a 10, but I thought that this was borderline 9, and we got it. So that is very, very exciting. Beta looks really good with the black label, I'm not gonna lie. So fun little one there. We're gonna tuck that one away, and now we gotta go hit the show floor before it gets too crazy in here. All right, show floor is officially open to the masses now. VIP window has closed. They actually which makes me think the line was really long, they let general admission people in early. I was able to cover a lot of territory this morning, just quick passes through stuff, trying to cover as much ground as possible before the show floor opened up. So I had a thought this morning. I'm gonna walk back over there. I think I have that Judge Red Refractor to 5, swinging for the stars. And I think I might on-site it with CGC. Obviously I would love to grade it in a PSA slab, but I don't know that it's worth the time and what it would cost to get it back. Whereas I could just pay like 25, 30 bucks and just have it graded on site here. And then I at least have a grade on it. I think it's a borderline 10. I wouldn't be surprised if it came back as CGC 9.5. But I think I'm gonna talk more about this in a video. I feel like it's kind of hard to move raw stuff. At least it shows like this. Part of it is the repackers want graded, so you're eliminating a big part of your buying pool if you're just trying to sell raw. That's just kind of something I've noticed. Now the CGC slab might not necessarily help it a ton value-wise, but I think paying the 25 bucks, $27, whatever it is, to get it back the next day makes it at least slightly more liquid, and I'm willing to take the chance on that. Maybe it comes back at 10. But I'm gonna go back over there and fire that in for next day grading, and see what we got. We got, what is this? I don't know. Arena Club with their gambling. So yeah, we're gonna head back over to CGC and knock this out real quick, and then get back to walking around the show floor. I actually have lunch today. I think I'm meeting Dakota, Sports Cards Anonymous, in person for the first time. So we got to do that today. So general admission's been getting let in for a half an hour. Here's the line to get in. I feel like there is a better way to do this. They only have a couple of lines open, only a handful of people checking tickets. I don't really know what the plan was here. I don't know. They seem like that is an area of improvement that they need to work on. Now I know if you wait like an hour or two and come, you can get right in, but it shouldn't have to be like that. That's my one biggest criticism of the show so far, and it hasn't even really affected me, so who the hell am I to judge? But yeah, that seems like it's something they need to work on, where they were over. I mean, they knew how many tickets they sold, so they knew what it was going to be like, and I have no idea how far that line goes out into the street. And like I said, they've been letting people in. General admission wasn't supposed to get in until 10, and they started letting GA in at 9:30. So they got in a half an hour earlier, and there's still a massive line there. Heading up to check out the upstairs section again. I'm hoping it's less chaos up here. I would really like to see these couple rows of dealers, because it's the new guys. But if it's a sea of humanity like it was the other night, I'm not going to deal with it. So we're going to walk in, check this out, and see what we can do here. So, all right, we'll take a little bit. All right, we're on our way to lunch at 11 a.m. and there's still a massive general admission line to get in the building. Just absolutely wild stuff. The show floor has been open for an hour and a half, and there's still a line to get in. I'm curious to see how long it is once we get around the corner here. Boys are getting ready to go to lunch. We got Dusty Buns and Ham. We got Paul. We got Ryan from Breakout Cards and Flippin' Steve behind me there, if you could see them. With my amazing camera skills, probably giving you all motion sickness. But yeah, we'll cut the video off real quick. I just kind of want to walk around this corner and see how long this line goes to get in. They definitely need better line management. Yeah, so the line still goes all the way down the street, even though it's 90 minutes after they started letting people in the door. Wild stuff. All right, we're gonna grab some lunch. I did sell the first card. Finally sold a card. So we got some extra cash in the pocket now. I just gotta find something to buy besides Paul's lunch. Guys, Dakota is an actual human being. He does exist in person. He's got one leg apparently. Like 5 years. But he is a human. He is real. He's not in a purple shirt.
Well, I remember going back. Wasn't it like a
He's not drunk. I don't know what's going on right now. Look at this legendary meeting. Ziggy, Filmington, Dustin. Look, it's all an act. It's all an act. Ziggy pretends that he hates Dustin. Dustin pretends that he hates Ziggy. And here they are on a date together at the National. Look at this. Well, what did you get? What did you get?
Millie Bobby Brown High Tech. I guess it's out of 25.
See?
So, look, see what he does to me online, and then see what happens.
We're taking you behind the scenes here on how all content is staged and fake. All right, back on the show floor after lunch, and Dakota and Ziggy's staged content. Business has definitely picked up in here. I've sold one card. I have not bought any cards yet. I just kind of had a random thought walking past the Panini booth here. But, you know, they lose the licenses next year. What what is their presence at the National going to look like next year? Like right now, they have a huge line for like Rapper Redemption and all the different nonsense that they're doing, kids stuff and whatever. And is this like the last great hurrah for Panini at this show? Because by the time we get to next year, they're not going to have football. They're not going to have basketball. We don't really know what they're going to have. So it's kind of an interesting spot with where they're at right now and what the future holds. But yeah, this could be their last big hurrah at this show. So will be one of the interesting storylines next year of what does Panini's presence look like in the hobby. David Adams sure is busy, that's for sure. Selling a ton of wax. Some vibes. Just kind of hang out here for a second because it's kind of hard to walk around. Based off conversations that I've had with numerous people, vintage prices seem to be a little high. Which is, I guess, normal-ish for this show. Modern prices seem okay-ish for this show. At least most dealers are in the realm of normalcy where you're not afraid to negotiate off of the number that they're giving you. They might be slightly over, but it's at least like, oh, okay, you're at a number that we can at least talk. You know, sometimes they throw these numbers out and it's so ridiculously expensive that you're so far off that you don't even want to start the conversation. I haven't seen as much of that this year, at least the stuff that I've been looking at. And maybe it's just the dealers that I tend to gravitate to. I know the ones that usually work well, and I kind of seek their tables out. At this point, I've walked the entire show floor to some degree. I'm not going to pretend that I've seen every showcase because it's just not humanly possible. But I don't know how you would get through this show in a day. Once again, kind of cruising past the Cards HP. I feel like every time I record, I'm walking past the Cards HP buying line. This is insane. Like, I just can't. Commented yesterday, how is there not a better way for this? Like, this, look at this. These people are just standing, waiting in line to like offload their cards, which is fine. I get it, but I just don't understand that this is the best way. That you're gonna spend like the time value of money aspect of you came all the way here to sell your stuff and stand in line for half the day when you could have just sold it on eBay or whatever. I don't know why I'm so stuck on that this trip. It just seems like the most inefficient thing ever, and that there has to be a better way to do that. But what the hell do I know? So, plans for the rest of the day. There's still a few hours left on the show floor. Debating if I want to head back to the room to recharge a little bit, and then kind of come back down to close things out before we have dinner tonight, and then filmmakings get together with the boys. So it's probably going to be crazy in here tomorrow for Saturday. I will admit, I got to, give them some credit. The lobby situation has gotten better. When we got back from lunch, the general admission line was wiped out. So I guess the pro tip I would tell you, if you're coming tomorrow, either get here super early or just wait. Every day has been slightly different, but I just don't know. It's kind of one of those things you're better off to let the line fight itself out than wait in line for it, but it just depends on what you want to do if you don't have early access, and something to consider for next year since the show's in the same venue. Even though I haven't bought anything, I still had a fantastic time. I'll do a full recap. We still got a day and a half left, basically. I'd be shocked if I come into the show on Sunday. But Sunday would actually, honestly, probably be the day to come. You could probably cover a lot of territory, and it probably will be a lot more low-key. It typically is, even in Chicago, but I don't know. Signing off for now. We'll update again a little later. I feel like y'all get to see this view a lot, walking back to the convention center. Took my little afternoon break back in the room after lunch, went back on the show floor for about an hour or so, and then headed back up to the room for about 45 minutes, chugged some water, put the feet up for a little bit, watched a few YouTube videos, and then I was like, okay, what time do I want to head back over there? And, you know, earlier in the video, you saw I dropped off that Aaron Judge red refractor to 5, or I said I was going to drop it off. So I dropped that off first thing this morning. It's 3 p.m. the same day. It's ready for pickup. So we're heading back over now. I'm going to go snag that bad boy and hope that it graded good. These blind reveals, man, I'm used to just refreshing constantly. And I'm forced to because CGC, it must be an on-site grading thing. They don't show you the grade on the website. It must take longer to process because it's show grading. So I don't know what it graded. Even if I wanted to cheat, I can't. So we're walking over there and we're gonna go back and see what that bad boy hit. So we'll update in a few minutes with another CGC blind reveal. All right, the Judge red refractor to 5. Susan already knows what it is.
Oh, damn!
Nice. Nice.
Woo, that's a good one.
Nailed the 10. With Susan in the background with the Yankees. Good luck. The good luck charm. Random spitballing crew sighting. We got 3 of the 5 Amigos here. Filmington closing a deal on a big Aaron Judge auto, possibly. We got these boys doing a deal over here, and we got a random Sasha T sighting in the background as well. So the whole crew all lined up here. We'll see if Filmington closes the deal on this big Aaron Judge auto. All right, we are back in the room. I forgot to record a closing segment to the video. After that inning there with spitballing, that was pretty late in the day. Headed back to the room, relaxed for about 10-15 minutes. And then we went out to dinner with a bunch of the spitballing guys, and then went over to Filmington's get-together at the Tiki Teak or whatever the heck it was called, and have been there for the last, I don't even know what. It's actually currently 1 a.m. as I am filming this outro to this video. And tomorrow's Saturday, the busiest, craziest day at the show, so I've got to finish getting this edited and up. But yeah, I just kind of want to put a little bit of a nightcap on it. Had a great time at Filmington's thing. Got to hang out with Mangini, the hobby president, for a while. Gemrate swung by, Simon, Victor, too many different people to count. I'm forgetting people, so I shouldn't even name anybody. But great hangout over there. Just good. That's why you come to these things. I get it. Some people want to come by, they want to sell, they want to transact, they get mad because there's lines or they couldn't get a good deal on a card or this or that. That stuff's cool and all, but you know, the stuff like the Filmington thing, the dinner, meeting Dakota finally, meeting a bunch of other people for the first time this show in person. That's the main reason why I come to this stuff. It's the social aspect. The cards are secondary to a lot of this, but the friends and stuff that I've made along the way in this has been absolutely fantastic, and I just love the conversations on the show floor. You move from one to the other and get pulled out at one and pulled into another one, and it's just great. You get to meet a ton of awesome people that you've had online interactions with, and you finally get to run into them in person and shake hands, hug, whatever. It's fantastic. So, yeah, signing off for tonight. Got to get this edited and up. It's going to be a very, very late night. So, back at it tomorrow. Most likely my final day at the show. And the key question is, will I actually buy a card? We'll find out tomorrow because it's probably my last day here. So, signing out. Catch boys and girls on the next one. Peace.